Welcome back, listener viewers, to Ikenfell with Gary McDaniel of Rhetorical Answers. Hi, Gary.
What up?
And I am super excited to continue the conversation we were having last episode, but first off, we need to talk to our friend. Digging for stuff. Can't quite get enough. Alright, no more running off. You've got something that is ours, and we're here to take it back. Something of yours? How silly. This stuff is all mine. And... So many of you. Do you want to see my stuff? It's my stuff. Not again.
Petronella, you had one job.
I'm sorry. They are trying their best, Gary. He startled me.
It's fine.
Don't worry about it now.
Fine.
He won't get away next time. Okay, so yeah, we were talking about, well, specifically when last we let off, you were talking about, like, a school experience where everyone, bullied a gay kid, right?
Yep.
So, I feel the need to bring up my past in middle school when I was, in a class of, like, 30 people. As there weren't any gay kids in that class as far as anyone was aware at the time, they decided to pick me to be the gay kid to bully. Which, given I was not gay, it was a particular type of poisonous to my thought process, because first off, if I had been gay, there wouldn't have been anything wrong with it. Alright, there's nowhere else left to run. Just give us the cloak already. You're going to take my stuff? Then we have no choice. We're gonna take it from you.
We all have knives.
Nobody takes my stuff. So derpy, yet so threatening.
I mean, when you actually think about what this thing would look like in real life, it's pretty grotesque.
Just a big old pound of flesh.
Yep.
As the great poet Dufflebum once said, so wondrous is the stuff of life.
It's Duffelham, and that is not how the quote goes. Toss stuff.
Oh, jeez. Just threw a fucking chair at me, bitch.
Quick, throw a knife at him.
It took me so long to deprogram myself from the mental state that put me in. Mm-hmm. And oh man, like it was brutal. The only way to, like, it took me so long to deprogram myself from that. And well, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but
I mean, it took me a while. And I'm... I just keep on, it's so strange seeing all of the parts of myself that I have repressed and the effects that it's had. Yeah, so, it's experiences like those, you know, that compile over generations a lot of times. I mean, you get kids who are raised in environments like this, who are raised by parents who are raised in environments like this, and that just goes back and back and back. You've got people who, you know, a lot of times people say, well, it's just the way I was raised. And it's like, well, what is the way you were raised? Were you feeling threatened? Were you feeling like that was not an option that you could actually safely explore, or that those weren't people that you could treat kindly, otherwise you too would be victimized? Like, there's just so much crap behind it. And you know, that it's more understandable as a kid, but it's the part where, you know, when you're an adult. Oh, here you go. Yeah, but like, as an adult, you know, it's like, as an adult, it becomes your responsibility to critically think. And sometimes, you know, someone's not reminded that that's something they should do, or sometimes they don't have the, you know, they're not equipped to think that critically. And that's where, you know, being kind, but also challenging those kinds of thoughts makes a big difference. Like, clearly it's made a difference in the way that you view the world and the way that I both view the world and myself. I mean, I didn't even think of myself as an ally until college, when I was finally in a place where that wasn't something that would be endangering. But rather it was, you know, expected that, hey, you should be kind to these people, because they are people. And just like that change in atmosphere can make such a big difference.
This whole thing sort of, I admit to a intense frustration with, for lack of a better term, adults who I think should know better. So, like, one thing I wanted to mention up while we were having this conversation about this game in particular is what's been going on with J.K. Rowling in the past year or so.
Oh my god.
And, like, I think of, like, okay, so your thoughts are very clearly just, like, incorrect. And even if the society you are in, like, has perpetuated these thoughts in you, like, you're, like, one of the most influential writers of our time. Like Harry Potter was just so developmentally important for not just me, but a lot of other... Who needs love when you have stuff? I mean, I can't help but, Pizza Socially, they cover all the best bits! Oh my god, why is this monster so horny? People I know, and like, a lot of, like, it gave a lot of, like, hope and identification to a lot of LGBTQ people I know, and now the author who, like, wrote these, like, really impactful stories is being just an absolute fucking turf bigot, and, like, she should know better! It's just...
Yeah.
It's very painful for me.
Yeah. It's so easy for people to, like, get caught in their own way of thinking. And And especially if they come halfway and then think, well, that's as much as I need to, or that's but they're already right, and so they don't really have to challenge themselves further, as opposed to viewing like progression as something that does not stop. The correct response to that was wah, Kyle. Try again.
What did me and my stuffed saber do to you? And it is Saberfly incarnate.
I know, right? I'm kind of wondering if Saberfly should get, like, if you should just, like, copy paste, like cheaply Photoshop her avatar's face on top of this thing's face for the thumbnails.
I was already somewhat thinking of some way to incorporate that. Certainly a little pop-up in the video will probably already have happened by this point.
Oh yeah, definitely. So like, I have some friends who are on the left that tend to, and even I've been guilty of this, you know, making a joke like, you know, can you imagine, you know, just literally any sort of opinion on the right, like if someone's making a joke about abortion, you know, can you imagine just not thinking that women should actually have rights and be treated as people? And it's like, I understand that, and I understand that you're making this joke to someone who has the same political opinion, but on the other hand, that it's not really conducive to viewing people as people, and ultimately, therefore, not conducive to changing any of their minds to make society better. Like, there's just no way around it. That's the other thing, too, by the way. Knowing when to draw the line between being kind and being defensive. So, like, obviously, a lot of the reason that we view people as other, or that we get mean, is because, especially now, on the one hand, it's one thing to be kind during discourse, right? But it's another when people are, you know, responding to violence already, and when people are being killed. You look at what's happening with Black Lives Matter. You look at all of the gay clubs that have been shot up. You look at the families that don't accept their children or brothers or sisters for who they are, and people who like have skin in the game, you know, like they're endangered, and stuff like that makes it a lot harder to treat them with any sort of kindness.
One thing, like, so like one difference I notice in like my family's philosophy that sort of I do think informs their politics to a degree. Yeah, one trait that isn't bad necessarily, but misinformed, is that they can't really fathom the concept of a family not being supportive to someone in that family. I'm sorry, please don't.
Stab me anymore.
Please don't take my stuff.
I'm pretty sure you meant to say, please don't stab me anymore.
There's no way we could return all this stolen junk. We just want my sister's cloak back. Really? Thank goodness. Why not just say so? we did. Can you return to magic schooling by Happy Water Bowl? Great. Thanks, Snatcher. Nobody ever looks closely inside, so nobody finds my secrets. I like how Petronell is the only one who didn't have the worry drop there. Visit any time, and I will trade some of my stuff to you. Like they're very family is family no matter what. Which, like that's a good thing. Like I think that's objectively a good. That was actually the hardest boss fight we've had in a while. So that's a good trait, but like the fact that they can't, like, and my family is very supportive, and they do practice what they preach, but the fact is that they have a hard time like understanding that that's not how it is for everyone. Not everyone has a family they can rely on, or is supportive or will accept them.
Well, at least we didn't have to go back through the scary place. Now we have both Safina's hat and cloak. We should be able to break the seal to her room with these. We don't actually expect to find Saf there, do we?
No, not if the headmistress took her away. But I'm hoping we can at least find a clue as to why.
You two are her best buddies, aren't you? Yet you don't know why Eldra and the Coven are after her head?
I didn't see Saf much in the second term. I was doing alchemy work for Professor Mildberg, but every time I saw Saf she seemed distracted and didn't want to talk.
I knew she was working on some secret project. We got in an argument partway through the term. I refused to help her, and I assumed she'd just given up. Well, we know very well she didn't give up. The whole school is a mess, and I know it's her fault.
Well, I hope her room holds the answer to this whole mystery. So let's go.
You don't think we're just gonna get there and, you know, have more questions, do you?
Probably more questions. Another thing on the note of the whole, like, my frustration with people not being smart enough to move past some of these prejudices, for lack of a better term, the whole pronoun thing. So, like, I've discussed multiple times throughout just this LP, and we have demonstrated, particularly I have demonstrated that I'm garbage with pronouns. But, like, a lot of the discourse I see from, like, other people who are garbage at pronouns, they use "that's how I was raised," or "oh, I'm just too old-fashioned" as, like, an excuse, when I'm just like, no, you get better. You apologize and you get better. That's how that works. You don't just, oh, this is hard, I guess I'm not doing it. It's just such an asshole, like, like, it's, and most people are like they understand it's not gonna get all better all at once. Not everything can be okay all at once. Like, that's fine. That's life. But, like, you can't just choose not to do something because it's slightly inconvenient or you don't understand it. It's, like, important to people and their identity. You gotta, like, you've got to actually try.
Yeah, it's just such a small thing, people. Like, it's so much easier to just be kind.
Alright, let's see if this works.
Oh, you have to...
The seal does not recognize you.
I think you have to put on the
Oh!
things.
Oh! You can do that?
Wait, you didn't realize?
I didn't realize those were actual items. I thought they were key items.
Oh, I realized it
Seal
when we
shimmers
got the hat. And I put that thing on.
Responding to your presence.
Yes.
The seal has been broken. Chapter 4, The Dark Fold.
Oh god.
Oh.
Okay. Whoa.
Well, that doesn't look suspicious at all.
Safina has the best room so far.
I actually think we should probably call the episode here for today, though. Because I imagine we're going to have a lengthy cutscene.
Agreed.
Well, in that case, see you in the next one, guys.
Late.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, you know, that stuff. You can find other ways to support Kyle in the link below, but don't forget to check out my stuff at Rhetorical Answers. Remember, a little goes a long way, even if it's just sharing with friends. Thanks again. Late.